Hey guys, Rattling Goes, what is up? I'm coming to you live through the power of YouTube. Today we'll be looking at this Matchbox Miura. It's a 1960s model, it's got a V12 engine in the back, and we'll be restoring this to its former glory and maybe making some custom as well. So guys, I hope you like it and check out my other videos. Guys, this is my fifth take. This is the model that I'll be working on. It's a 1970 Matchbox Street Kings or Street Things. It is the Lamborghini Miura. The actual car was produced between 1966 to 1973, and this was the first supercar with a rear mid-engine V12 4-stroke 2-seat layout and a 2-door coupe that came out back then. The successor to this was the Lamborghini Countach. I think we all had wet dreams about that car, and we all had a poster in on our walls when we were growing up. This car came the successor or the standard for all supercars after this, with the V12 rear mid-engine location. So let's get into the model. I've drilled out the posts. I've got one in the front and I've got two at the back. The casting with the headlamps is attached to the base plate, so we're first going to clip those ones out. So here we see the inside on the base plate. The wheels, like I said, I'm going to replace them. I've got some 5-spoked rims that I've got that I want to replace these ones with, because I think these are just dang awful. The suspension is a plasticky part that's also actually riveted in. You just clip it out, and then I'll be removing this and replacing it with a new one. So this is actually going to be a restoration slash custom. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. I've got my V12 engine here, which I'll just clean up. Still in good shape. It falls out of the plate itself, so I'll just keep it in place there with a screw or some hot glue. Then the hood of it doesn't have a lid. It came out with a black serrated shark edge hood that you can actually lift up and see the engine. And this has pins at the bottom that broke off as well. The one pin broke off and the other one I'll just have to close, so we can have a nice opening mechanism again on this model. For the interior, there's not a lot of work. It's a very clean car. This actually opens up as well, so we can get into all the crevices and clean it out nicely with some soapy water. And then the window of this vehicle has got a crack in the front, and I don't want to break it any further. And that's also held in position with a pin of some sort. There we go. So as you can see, the front window has got a crack in. I'm going to try and remove it. I don't know if this is cracked the whole way through, but maybe with some light sanding I can get that crack to just look a little bit better. The window itself is in very nice condition. I'll have to create a new lid at the back there, and then the vehicle itself, the paint is still good, so I think when we remove the paint and repaint it, she's going to absolutely look brilliant. So let's get into paint stripping. Welcome to Paint Stripping 101. So I've used my old Smith & Company paint stripper, and as you can see there on the model itself, it actually is just flaking off. So I'm just going to dip it in this water and just remove all the paint I must admit the casting looks absolutely beautiful beneath all of this paint. So I'm quite happy with the results. This paint stripper went to town on this model. So I'm just going to clean this up and then we're going to see how the model looks like. The shine I got out of this Miura is brilliant. You can see at the bottom it's got the Lamborghini Superfast or Super King, Speed Kings, K-24 Lamborghini Miura, and she is shining again. Polished up the headlights. You can see the difference between the headlamps and the rest of the inside, which I'll not be doing anything to. And then for the body itself and the hood or the bonnet lid that sits in the rear of this car. So I've done my polish, cleaned up the car. I'm gonna paint this and then we'll see how she turns out. It's a Tamiya and it's a metallic orange. You can see there, that's on the lid itself, and I think that's going to be a very nice color. This one came out in like a bronze copperish color, but I think this metallic orange, which is also metallic, which I think it's going to do the trick. So let's get into painting and then I'll see you now. So freshly back from paint, this is the color that it will eventually look like. It's a very nice color. I did some nitpicking here on the back as well, just for the exhaust outlets, so that has the silver or chrome shine to it. Now for this back window or like hood cover, the Lamborghini Miura actually came out with something like a grills or gills or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, I can't get to the name now. So I've tried and I'm going to try to create my own. You can actually see there I've got some or one already cut out to size and painted it, and I want that, my nibbly fingers, I want that to basically sit like that at the end of the day. So I'm going to recreate like an opening here at the back where we can just see through. This will not be able to open. I think on the original Lamborghini Miura that came out you can actually open this, but I'm just going to stick it in with some super glue and hopefully it will look good. Then for the interior, we've got this white interior. So I went online and I went to go and look at a couple of photos of the Lamborghini Miura, the model and the original car. They all basically came out with black interiors. So I think I'm going to paint this. I'm still not sure. I know on some of the models we have the white seats, basically just the inside of the seat cover itself, and the rest was all black or done in black. So that's one thing that my mind is still warped around. I don't know yet. So let's continue and then let's assemble the car. Okay, so done a quick wheel swap. I've got the big tires at the back and my smaller rims at the front. These has got actual rubber on the rims itself, so I think it just gives it a nice feature, and you can see it there from the side. It's much better than the originals that was on here. For the car itself, I'm gonna screw in the engine, and that is just because it is so fiddly when it sits on the back of this car and it falls out the whole time and moves around. And now probably this screw is going to be too long and too thick. Yep. it is a bit thick and way too long. So let's get another screw. So after some sweating, a lot of sweating, I got the screw in to keep the engine in position so that it doesn't just fall around in that engine bay. Sticking in the seats and the interior, which I painted, and next of all we need to put this nicely done hood on. So you can see what I did here is I painted the hood interior, or the engine interior, also black, just to give it more of an original car feel, like the originals came out of the box. As my pins broke off, I'm using, I think this was the old hitch on the back. I don't know why Matchbox made all their cars with hitches on. It doesn't look good. I don't like it. It sucks. This one luckily didn't have one on. Next up is the base that's tied in with 3 screws, 1 at the front and 2 at the back. And then we are complete with this Matchbox K-24 Lamborghini Miura. Nice little car. I had the most fun working on this car. I will definitely be bringing you more Matchbox, as this one was a charm. And I think for my next one, sorry about my hair if it's in the way, I think for my next one I picked up a London Taxi, and that will probably be the next model that I'm doing. It's also a Matchbox car. It's a very small scale. It's like I want to say 1 in 64, but it seems smaller than 1 in 64. So I don't actually know what size it is. I'm just doing up all these screws not to damage all the work that I've done. So guys, here is the completed Lamborghini Miura K-24 from Matchbox. The new rims and tires looks absolutely amazing. I done the grills at the front and also the eyelashes, which didn't come out standard on this car. The window's got a slight crack in it. I'm not going to bother about it. There's no help in fixing it. I put the vents, the louvers at the back there on the engine compartment. You can open it up to see the nice engine inside, the nice chrome engine. Painted everything inside black. My interior are also done in black and with the white seats. For the back, I just took some paint off the exhaust tips. Got my indicator lights, my stop lights, my brake lights, reverse lights, and for the front the same. So I got my grille color in black as it was on the original car. The indicator lights, this was an absolutely charm to work on. I love this model. This is one of the better ones I've done, first Matchbox that I've done. So please guys, if you like this channel, if you like to see more of these videos, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, please share my video, and get me to 500 sub guys. This is Ratringos saying cheers. Hey guys, so let's get into the model. This is a Matchbox 1970 Lamborghini Miura, where Lamborghini actually brought. So guys, let's get into the model. This is a Matchbox. They produced it in 1970. This is the Lamborghini Miura. Lamborghini actually, fuck off actually. like they're supposed to be. These are supposed to be the front ones, and the bigger ones the back ones, so I'll have to redo that.